Hello everyone, this is your host Skelee Scrunch coming at you with the top 5 greatest games of all time. Alright, number 5 in the top 5 greatest games of all time is The Last Dead End. It takes place in Azerbaijan. You play as an archaeologist and you try to stop the end of the world. It has amazing acting, very scary scenes. This is like a horror, action, combining all together. You get The Last Dead End. It's an amazing game. You go into this lost city underground, and there's monsters, there's ghosts, there's pirates. There's literally anything you could ask for is packaged into The Last Dead End. Even the characters are very, very, very complex. Once you return, after you climb up a well, and you come back, and there's your friend, and the main character here, he has this love interest, right? And he comes back to find out that she's getting married. And then when he finds out it's the end of the world, he's like, good. He's a very good guy, very humanized guy. He is very relatable in a lot of ways. You'll see he likes to his hobbies include walking, exploring. Who doesn't like to walk every now and then? It's a very, very fun, very cool hobby. He goes underground, as I said, and that's when the fun starts to kick in. But this is only number 5. There is 4 more great games that I still haven't covered yet, so let's get into those. The next game coming in at number 4 is a controversial pick because some people would want to argue this should be all the way up at number 1. But honestly, I haven't had too much time with this game, so I have to put it at number 4. But from what I've heard, it's a masterpiece. This game in question is Ghostbusters 2: The Sanctum of Slime. Now, Ghostbusters 2 provides a classic Ghostbusters experience that you can play with your friends. You play as all of the original Ghostbusters. You bust ghosts, as usual, and there's not much more to be said. You find ghosts, you bust them. That's really all there is to it. It's very fun. You get a few friends. You all play Ghostbusters, and you'll be the life of the party if you bring Ghostbusters 2 to a party, and you all play it. But as I said, I don't have enough experience with Sanctum of Slime, so I'm gonna have to leave it at number 4. The next game coming in at number 3 is another game based off of a TV show / movie. This one would be Jimmy Neutron, the game. Now, this one's kind of like a cult classic. Not a lot of people know about this game, but it is called Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius is the full name. Another game, personally, I haven't gotten to play it myself. I know a friend that was a huge fan of Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius. He holds the world record for beating it in 3 minutes, but it's a very powerful game. It has a lot of strong messages. It has a lot of things that you would want to see in a game. It speaks on so many levels about our society today. It's an amazing game, and I would recommend this to anyone. Jimmy Neutron fan or not, you will fall in love with Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius. The next one on this list is Mortal Kombat vs. DC. I've always been a big fan of the Mortal Kombat series, and back in the day, I used to always play Mortal Kombat vs. DC before the 9th installment came out. Mortal Kombat vs. DC keeps the classic feel of Mortal Kombat with all of the features that were in the previous games. It has an amazing system of combat that was never before seen in Mortal Kombat. It is revolutionary for the series. It was very well received by a lot of Mortal Kombat fans, such as myself, and it's an amazing crossover featuring all of the classic DC characters such as Batman, Spider-Man, and Spawn. Alright, this is what you've been waiting for. What is the best game of all time? Now, anyone has their own opinions on what the greatest game of all time is, but it is very, very widely known and it's very accepted by a lot of people, including myself, that Crypt of the Serpent King is the greatest game of all time. Now, some people may have not heard of this, and they must not have internet. This is the biggest game of all time. Crypt of the Serpent King, it's timeless. Truly, you could play it 200 years from now, and it would seem like a brand new, completely new, newly made game. It has the greatest graphics in the gaming world today. It's immersive. When you play Crypt of the Serpent King, you feel like you are in the Crypt of the Serpent King. You're fighting rats. You're fighting skeletons. You're fighting lizard men. You're fighting Medusa. You're fighting every monster that you would expect to find in a dungeon. It's exciting. You can play Crypt of the Serpent King for 20,000 hours, and then you can still have fun. You can go in. The way the game works is you gain gold from completing levels. And then you can buy new gear. There are thousands of options for gear. There's crossbows, maces, axes, you name it. Anything you can imagine in a fantasy dungeon game is in Crypt of the Serpent King. I highly, highly recommend it to anybody. It's not a difficult game. It's very easy to master. It's very easy to learn. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, before we close off here, I want to reiterate, these titles, these are all my opinion. People can have different opinions. They can say that this game should be at number 3, this game should be at number whatever, but this is all my opinion once again. These 5 games are widely known as the greatest games of all time. Everyone and their mother has played Crypt of the Serpent King, Ghostbusters, The Last Dead End. We all know these games. So I just wanted to, anyone who doesn't know these games, I wanted to bring these to a different audience. But wait a minute, I'm getting a phone call. Hello?
Skelee, you gotta pay up on your show, or I'm gonna shut it the hell down. You need to understand that I haven't gotten a penny on my desk in 4 months. 4 months you've had that place, and you haven't paid a single dime. Pay up now, I'm gonna shut it down. Understand that? I will tear that place down if you don't pay up.
Alright, so anyways, that's going to close it off for the Skelee Super Show. Once again, this is my top 5. I would like to see other people come up with their top 5s of what they think should have been on this list, what they think should have been where. Maybe some games switched out, even though I think these have to be the best 5 games of all time. But this is Skelee Scronch signing off of the Skelee Super Show. Everyone have a nice night, have a nice day, and have a nice afternoon.